So there's this lady named Gina, and pretty hot lady, redhead. I guess the redhead would be kind of the fire. And she'd be kind of a fireball at times. I'm see how do I start this off? I'll just. It turns out I wasn't born with a small dick, but it turns out I have one. Um, and it all happens because a lady who's been scorned, a black widow, wants to say this to make herself feel better about life, so that, you know, in case she has any lust for me, she'll just it'll be a way of killing it, killing the lust. So I met this lady. Let me get the night here. Hang on, 1 second. It was 7th July of 2008. Anyways, I guess I'd known her about at least 8 months before this. And I guess I saw her at, she seemed pretty friendly, and the first night I met her was like 8 months before this. And Teddy seems to conduct these, he's having trouble getting me laid. He's trying to get me laid. I appreciate that. But in the process, for whatever reason, it might help if I get hooked up with how do I say this? Somebody that's been, 1 second, used previously during the night. Let me explain. She left doing karaoke. We're at karaoke one night. I think it's Sunday night. Anyways, and she leaves with Rudy or Scott. Anyways, there's 3 guys she left with. She'd leave for half an hour, come back, mingle for 5-10 minutes, and leave with another. Sort of like a half an hour later, come back and mingle with again, and leave with another. It's like 3, and then I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be fourth helping, right? And I'm even chatting with one guy there. Like, this is my destiny, right? I'm going to get some, right? I think that's what Teddy was trying to work up here. So, but she didn't come back. So once again, nothing. I think that's what the plan was as long as if I was sloppy Forrest, that, and then I can finally get some. Teddy can finally get me some, But it didn't happen. So I don't know. It was about 4 months later. I saw her, and I'm at the bar, and she's by herself, and I'm just trying to say hi to her. And I mentioned, I noticed you have some boyfriends or whatever. Saw you leaving with Teddy and stuff, and she's like, well, what are you saying now? Am I a whore? No, I was like, no. I said, no, I just saw you with some guy. Anyways, she's on this whore kick. Like I've called her a whore now because she knows some people. I saw her leaving, and I was just pointing it out that maybe I was trying to gradually maybe innuendo that, hey, maybe you can take me along in your trip, whatever you're doing. I didn't get that far. She's just like, what the hell? Are you saying I'm a whore or something? So I'm like, I leave. So I didn't see her again for like 4 months. And so then this was July, what I said, 7th? July 7th, yeah. So I'd known this lady for some time. She knew me, and anyways, I think there was a setup. There was a setup, I think, by Teddy for this lady to love me this night, okay? And this would turn out to be not just an eventful night, but an eventful 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, it would be an utter circus from what would unfold this night. She said she came in very late with a flat tire. She had a flat tire. Said it was like 5-10 miles away or something, and I was like, well, I'll give you a hand. And she's like, okay. Makes a mention of, like, do I have some booze at my apartment? And I'm like, yeah. Now that you mention it, I guess I do. And my eyebrows are going up, like, okay, this is got to be Teddy's working, okay? Teddy's, I don't know, something's going on here that I'm gonna probably like, right? So I'm sort of in this mindset of that I need to get some. Anyways, so we go and get their car. She's not 5 miles away. She's only like 4 blocks away at a Ford dealership. Her car's there. So I'm helping her. One second. I had to get the words out to this song I wrote. Actually, it was so inspiring. It was so bizarre that I made a song out of it. It's a pretty good song. It's a good creation. I'm pretty proud of this one. It's a 7.5-minute epic, but I tell you, man, I couldn't make it any shorter. It just had to be explained in full detail during this song. So, anyway, so I'm fixing her flat, and well, I'm trying to. She has no wrench, so I would check to see if mine will work. It's the wrong size, so we got to leave the car there. And so and I mentioned, you want to like check out, come to my place, and you can call for she has some kind of tire service that will fix it for her. So I'm like, just hang out at my place, and of course I'm in this mindset of which I need to get some, So so she parks the car. She's parking the car, and she runs into mine. I mean, literally. I mean, I thought she was going to completely take out my car. I was just trying to calm her down, and she took out I call it a paint scar in the song, but I got some paint taken off of my car. I mean, that's lucky that's all it was done. And for some reason, I didn't figure out that she was, drunk enough, so I gave her some more wine at my place, which probably wasn't the best thing. So we were chatting. We chatted like half an hour about her life, I guess, mostly military stuff, and we're bitching and moaning about that a little bit. She did make mention that she's a little bit of a fireball, and I could see a little bit of that going, but it was come alive more when we got a little cozy on the couch and we're making out a little bit. And first of all, I got to say, I had a cold sore, a ripe cold sore on me, and I thought this was really interesting. I thought it was really cool that somebody would kiss me like this. Anyways, it would be there on the couch that she would sort of get. She was just like. It was kind of getting going, and all of a sudden she would just like worry about her car. I gotta fix my car my flat tire. So it's like in this mood, and all of a sudden, boom! It can't happen. It simply can't happen. God is saying, this is. Well, I guess he's saying it just can't happen, but I'm still gonna, I'm gonna still try to figure it out, right? Anyway, so. One second. So, anyways, she's getting a little bit restless. I think I shouldn't have gave her any more wine. That's my problem. Is I buy a woman a drink, and it turns out something always bad happens. I'm starting to get into a moment. I'm starting to realize that if I need to buy a woman a drink, it's going to probably put her over her limit, and she's going to turn from being like horny to being violent. So. Anyways, I didn't realize this until after this night, but anyways, she's getting like crazy. She's getting crazy. There's a song, "Crazy Bitch." I mean, it was just like she started to kick around. I had some boxes full of that popcorn, the styrofoam popcorn, and she's kicking around the boxes and going through my refrigerator. Throwing stuff out of there, and I probably needed to feed her. I should have fed her something. I was starting to not really think straight because she was acting so crazy. And it was like she was interested. She was interested in me sexually, but it was like God wasn't letting her. So I was just like thinking, I could be getting pissed off at what's going on here. This kicking around my stuff, you know. So I decided to let's make something funny out of this, and also test the theory. Maybe she needs to more of a coaxing. Maybe I should try. I'm going to try something. I'm going to just go butt naked, and I'm going to see what she does. So I just will whip off my clothes, and I'm like, this is a little embarrassing for me. And I'm just internally chuckling. All right, this is like funny, and she is just keeping a straight face, and it's just like it's like I got in the song. It's just like my sausage simply didn't exist, because it just didn't even break a smile, and I'm mostly sitting on my couch, but I didn't even get up and try to give her a hug, and try to get real. Here's my naked body against her completely clothed body, and I'm just like, this is. So, and it was just. Of course, I'm trying to hold off getting a hard on here, because she's actually, I'm pretty attracted to this lady, right? And so, anyways, she's still kicking around she's still bitching and moaning about this tire thing, and I'm like, well, evidently this is not going to happen. So, and the car, by the way, the tire service, they're not giving her any time of day. They realize that she's drunk, and they're just giving her the runaround. So I realized that they're not showing up. Nobody's going to be showing up, and I was going to wait till morning to go to Ford and get her a proper tire wrench. Anyways, I took her home, and we're getting like it was like getting romantic on the way home. She was in the mood on the way home, and so I let her out. And she goes, thanks for nothing. And I'm like, well, and I didn't really have time to react to say, well, wait. I was just thinking, I say, what in the world? I mean, I guess I did everything about humanly possible to infer that I'm in the mood, right? And evidently I've done something wrong again. Thanks for nothing. And, if I had had 5 minutes to analyze that, I would have maybe taken her to get something to eat. Maybe she was just hungry and we'd get that booze out of her system or whatever. But she 1 second. So I mean, this night was pretty eventful for not getting any leg. It was pretty fun time, and it was all because I got naked like that. I knew that would be just the absolute. I was just saying, if I'm going to get nothing, at least I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this. But it was a couple days later. I'm at the bar, and there's this lady Debbie that works at the Legion right next to Nison's in Savage. Again, this is really close to Burnsville. And anyways, I guess she's friends with Gina. Anyway, she says, I hear you. And she's just looking at me like I am one dirtbag. And then it's Connie too. It's this lady named Connie, and I'm like, what? I'm like, what's up? She's like, I heard what you did with Gina. And I'm like, what? You got naked? And like, I'm thinking, oh, so that's a bad thing? And she is just, she cannot believe it. She cannot believe it. And I am a bad person. I am just. And I guess you had to be there to see just the crucifixion she was putting on me, And I'm a little bit pissed off. I cannot believe that I can't believe this has gone public already. I mean, not already, but what's there to talk about? What's there? And so, anyways. A few days later, I hear I'm talking with Lefty. His name is Craig. Lefty's got a sling in his left arm is his right arm is messed up, so we call him Lefty. And anyways, I'm interfacing with him and Debbie at the same time. I'm like, what the hell? What sort of bitch about? I'm like thinking, who cares? Who gives a rip if I got naked? I guess it's like everybody. It's like Gina's a born again virgin. Okay, and I told you the story at the beginning where she literally has taken off with 3 guys in one night, and I'm waiting to be the 4th, right? And so I'm aware of this, and I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, and then I guess Debbie is having an affair with Teddy. I mean, I guess they're having an affair. Teddy's a married man, okay? And so Debbie is giving me a moral identity crisis here, okay? She's, I'm a bad person, and I don't know how to behave properly. So, anyways, it was like 3 days later. We're talking with Lefty. I guess I go home and I find out Lefty tells me a day or 2 later that Debbie had said that my penis was small. Something like this, Hey, you got a small penis. Jesus. And I am thinking, oh my God, you have got to be kidding me. Oh my God, that they're talking about my penis size. Here's women that are prim and proper and need to be courted in the proper way. They're a woman of proper esteem, and yet they care about penis size, okay? They care. They want love, and they care only about love in their life. And yet, I want a big ass penis, So I'm literally furious for 30 seconds, and then because I'm just thinking, you got to be kidding me that they're actually bitching about this. These born again virgins are complaining about a big penis, and then I'm laughing hysterically 30 seconds later because this is like the funniest story. I mean, it's like, I'm going from high to low. I mean, it's like manic depressive. This is my bipolar, but I don't have bipolar. I'm just a normal person that says he's God. Anyways, I've never experienced this before. I'm literally just completely high with laughter at how ridiculous it sounds, and then just pissed off at how these women want to portray themselves as some born-again virgin who's complaining about the penis size. So I was even going to get ready to write a letter to the Legion bitching about Debbie, because I cannot believe that she's running around gossiping about this penis thing. I mean, who knows? Now, everybody knows that I got a small penis, and yet I wasn't born with one. It just simply occurs. When Gina, I think what happened is that Gina, she's like, thanks for nothing. She says that she's inferring she wanted something, and now she's pissed off that she didn't get anything. It's just now she's got to do something destructive and run around and saying that I've got a small penis. And by the way, I'm happy with my package. Okay, I'm very happy. No lady has ever bitched and moaned about my package unless they didn't get it. The only ones that ever bitched and moaned about my package are the ones that never got it. Okay, so. 1 second. So I'm trying. Anyways, right before this, right after the Gina thing, I called her. I got a hold of her number, and I called her and I said, let me know if you need some help with this tire. I should have maybe, just in all the madness, I should have thought of maybe I have a wrench set. I could have maybe fixed her tire, but I didn't think of it because she was kicking around my crap, and I was in disarray. Anyways, I said, let me know if you need some more help, whatever. And she never called back. I left probably 3 messages. Or when I found out this small penis thing, I called and said, you got to stop saying this. I mean, what are you doing, saying this crap? And I'm like, I think you're just mad. It's called Black Widow, and I want you to look at my website, mytrumanshow.com, and visit Black Widow. And maybe we need to go out again. I seriously, this is how it seems like ladies need a second date with me. I don't think it can't. If it's a one-night stand, it can't happen on the first night. It's got to wait a second night or something. There's some weird formula for romance with me, and I haven't had enough experimentation with lovemaking in order to actually come up with a formula yet. So it's still in a hypothesis theorem until women actually put out. Anyways, 1 second. And Teddy was like, what are you doing with my friend? What are you doing with my friend? I hear about what you did. And I think he's the one that set me up on this. I'm thinking, what the hell? Even the guys are giving me crap. And Lefty's like, God, I can't. You got some serious balls. And I'm thinking, ball? I think this is how you get laid. I think this is how you're supposed to get laid. You're supposed to get naked at some point. And he's saying, I got some huge balls in order to get stripped naked like that. And Teddy's like, it was. And I got a feeling it's going all over the place, all over the bar. I think everybody and their brother, Nison's, the Legion, and within a 5-mile radius, everybody's got wind of what's happened here, right? And probably that I got a small penis too. So now I'm going to really be hot with the chicks now that they know I got a small penis, right? It sucks because I wasn't born with one, you know. It just simply happened. So then it's like 2-3 weeks later, after there's a night with Gina, and I find out that from Lefty, he tells me he knows her, and he tells me that she's been with hundreds, and he even mentioned the word 1,000 guys. She's been with hundreds, if not over 1,000 guys. Okay, so I'm like, what the? Okay, I'm like, why is she acting like a virgin? Why is she acting so like naive and virginous? You know, virtuous is the word I'm looking for here. Anyways, one second. So I'm like, why was she shocked at anything I did? I mean, she has seen 1,000 penises. What the hell? Or 1,000? I mean, so I realized this is all a joke. I mean, she's not shocked at my nakedness. She's just pissed off that she didn't get anything, you know. Anyways, about the time I was so mad at Debbie, you know, and I was going to write this letter. I didn't get sent. I wrote it, but I didn't give it to anybody. Anyways, I didn't send it. But I had to. Maybe I'll post it. But I was so mad. I was like, this is something for Jerry Springer, man, because this is like everybody's pissed off at me, and I'm thinking, what the hell have I done wrong, right? I'm just trying to get some loving, right? And I just went about it in a little kind of a comical fashion, right? And so I called Jerry Springer, and they're like, I tell her about the story, and they're like, a little interested in it. I gave him Teddy's number, and I said, let's do this, man. Let's get about 5 of us up there, and then you know, we can talk about this story. I think it's a funny story. You haven't probably had something like this before, and we probably won't be beating each other up, but it might be kind of a funny story for the general public, right? You know. So when I say in the song, you know, we could slap each other silly, and I can show the millions actual size of my willy. You know, that was part of the humor of the song. And but in mentioning this, I mean, I talked with her this second time. I mentioned that Gina's by the way, Gina has called me after the third time I called her. She says, you know, I have your messages, and I'm going to file a restraining order on you if you call me again. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess that pretty much gets rid of the second date option. You know, I guess that the second date theory in my love game that's not working out. It would be nice to test out this thing, but I guess she doesn't want to help, you know, make it happen, you know. And so, scorned Black Widow, so unhappy, starts to lie as they are so sappy, you know. Anyways, I tell Jerry Springer, like, we have got a problem here with this Gina. I'm not sure we can put her on the show because she's pissed off and wants to do a restraining order. And Jerry Springer's like, well, I'm not sure we want to deal with this. And I'm thinking, let me see here. You got people beating the crap out of each other on your show, and you never dealt with with threats of restraining orders. Let me see here. So what is I even said? Well, are you guys just faking everything on there? I'm just trying to understand here. If people are slapping each other silly on that show, I assume, you know, people have mentioned restraining orders at some point in those relationships that are on their show. But anyways, one second. So in the chorus to my song, I say, you know, basically it's like, you know, there's this aura about me that keeps, like, the ladies are feeling the night is strong and they want to do this. They want to hook up with me, all right? And it's like something is in the air that prevents ladies from loving me. So the chorus, this is what I'm talking about in the chorus. It looks like it's supposed to happen. I just want you to reach on through the grip and relinquish my guard. This guard that's protecting me, or whatever that's. I don't know if it's protecting me or just bending me over, because it seems like, maybe there is some rumor that maybe if I get laid by the wrong lady, that might be able to kill me. I mean, I hope that's a joke, but for some reason it's not happening. So it could be true, but it has happened. I have gotten some tail, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit, some other links. But I'm telling you, it's very rare. So it's like the thing is open up the secret that's surrounding me, and I'm just like, I do not like it here. It's a tragedy. It's like, so that's what the song's about. I'm really proud of that song. So it's basically an NC-17 though. It's almost R-rated, but hope you enjoy. I got some good comments about it. I never made a rap song before, but I had to stuff all these words, a huge amount of words. I can't show it. Huge amount of words in this much space, and it turns out to be a 7.5-minute epic. So, that's Gina. I mean, that was the wildest. That was the wildest month. I was just so happy that I finally came to my senses. I couldn't get on Jerry Springer, and I'm thinking, how can I tell this story? So I was going to try to say it before a karaoke. I was going to tell this story, and they're like, hey, we just want to hear a song. Stop telling us this story. I didn't even get to spit out 5 words. So then I made up the song, and so and I got it out. Finally, I could tell my story in songs. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is write some songs. So I hope you enjoyed. It was a incredible story. Anyways.